Endy Rodriguez, a 22-year-old in the Pittsburgh system. And I just made some quick notes here. Incredible 2022 season, and has only solidified his track record because he's hit everywhere he's been so far. Great everything. Please, Ross, show us the way.
Okay, Endy Rodriguez, his overall line this year, 2022, he hit 323 with a 409 OBP and a 590 slugging percentage. 25 home runs on the year. His strikeout rate is very magical, 19%, and his walk rate is at a healthy 11.5%. The numbers look really good, and I don't even think that it tells the full tale here. So after I just said Moreno is my number 2, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to put Endy number 2, Moreno number 3, Cuero number 4 in my personal rankings. But I don't think that the season line even totally justifies or tells the tale of how good his season really was. I wrote up Endy Rodriguez in my final player highlights article for the Dynasty Guru this season. And the fact that I wrote him up at this point, not earlier, means that he was hot near the end of the season. So I just want to quote a statistic that I had written in there. Okay, here it is. Endy Rodriguez had a 3-month stretch to finish the season where he slashed 379, 461, 728. So he was insanely hot finishing out the year. At the highest level, just continued to get better. And I don't know how to stress this enough, but those are the kind of trends that you want to see in baseball, right? If a player is trending better as they're moving up and getting closer to the major leagues, that's special. You don't see that very often. Yeah. And those are the guys you really want to keep your eye open for. So Endy Rodriguez is trending the right way. I'm going to slot him in as my personal number 2 choice.
That's hot.
Yeah,
that's super hot. I want to run through it just real quick. So he started in rookie ball and 2 different stops in 2018 in rookie ball, /294, 411, 510 with an OPS of 921. In 2019, he stayed in rookie ball, which I'm a little bit curious about. It's fine. I'm just curious about it. But while he was there, it was the same thing, just crushing stuff. And then they promoted him to single A ball. He batted 294, 380, 512 with an 892 OPS. So just crushing things. He comes back in 2021, bats 294, 380, 512, and an 892. Then 2022 comes along. He blows through A+ league. He goes to AA. He has 118 bats in AA, bats 356, 442. So just destroys it. And they're like, screw it. Like, you're better than AA already. Let's send you straight to AAA. And the only thing he does in 22 at bats is bats 455. Like, it was just a rocket ship, just launched in the atmosphere. Yeah. And I'll be the first one to say that I don't even know who he is.
So here's the thing. I got to highlight a couple more things with Endy Rodriguez, and then we can move on to our next guy. One, I don't think he's on many top 100 lists at this point. I think by the time we start seeing those preseason lists come out, he will be. So if he's owned in your league, this is the time to go get him right now before he does, because he has a very good chance of even starting next season in the major leagues. He could start the season as the catcher of the Pirates. And here's the other thing. One more tidbit so you know that this is the right decision. We have all sorts of leaderboards at Scout the Statline. We also have a leaderboard for just 2022. Where do you think Endy Rodriguez ranks on our 2022 only leaderboard for catchers?
Give it to me. Give me the hot take.
Number 1. He's number 1.
There it is.
So if you're just looking at the most recent numbers, he's the top catcher in the league. And the only thing that's holding him back is a track record, which is still good. It just is a little less as good as somebody like Francisco Alvarez, who's doing this at a very young age for the levels he's been playing at.
To everybody that's listening right now, dive into the internationals. The internationals are a fantastic place to really get value out of people, because you're buying somebody that has little to no value, and they grow up really quick, really, really quick.
Well, I would put a different spin on that, because I know what you're saying, and the spin I would put on it is follow scout the stat line, because that's where you're going to find the internationals that are rising, right? Because if you look back at the last 5 years, or going back even maybe a little further than that, at the top international prospects, you're going to find some guys that are like, man, this guy turned out to be one of the best players in the league. But you're going to find like a handful of them, and you're going to find like 100 other guys that you don't even know what became of them. I can name some really big name guys that were top 100 players just over the last couple of years that haven't done anything in the minor leagues, and they've completely disappeared off the radar. So you have to follow those guys so closely once they come into the minor leagues, and I think that's what we can help with at Scout the Stat Line. I think that's where we've found some success, is spotlighting those guys. Thank you for watching this player evaluation. If you'd like more great content on prospects across Major League Baseball, please visit our website, www.scoutthestatline.com. Thanks a lot.